Okay, so I got memory on my phone, so one, I figure I'll tell the story of when someone was in my closet with a gun. All right. I had just gotten, started school, got a student loan. I had a pocket full of money, just fucking with coke and weed and everything and all that. So, and I was working telemarketing all at the same time. Uh, um, the dude from New Orleans, he's a big dude. He's probably like 6'1" or 2, gold tooth, Mercedes sign. I'm not gonna say his name, but the Mercedes sign, like the Superdome or whatever in New Orleans, which they don't have it anymore. But he was the one that had me, staying in them empty apartments down at the Sydneys when I was homeless with my girl, because, he was serving up the fucking manager or whatever. So, but then, once I got on my feet, see, him and his girl, they moved like a half a block, because from Jones to the next street down, which was Virginia, it's like 2 blocks. There's no street in between, it's just alleys shaped like a capital I. We love them alleys. But so they stayed about halfway down to Virginia. They moved in an apartment on my side of the block. I don't know, close to me still. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but we kicked it a lot. We drank, smoked a lot, still. But then that one day, man, they were over, and then one of my old buddies from the inner circle, who's a gangster disciple, he was over at the same time. I don't know if they knew each other prior. I'm sure all these people were involved together. I don't know. But anyway, they're all like, oh, okay, let's go get cigarettes or whatever. So, I'm upstairs. But we go out, normally we go out the back door, walk down the wooden steps, and they were parked out back in this big old yellow old school Caprice. I knew something was up, so I let them all out, and then I locked the door. I said, I'll be out in a minute. And my apartment went in a circle. So I started checking my bedroom, checking all the bathroom, and I opened my closet in the hallway. There's no light in there. But normally, because I check it before I leave, I check it a lot. Normally I can see the at least where the floorboard, the trim, the wooden trim, and the white paint, the line where I could faintly see the line. I couldn't see it. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I look up, and there's a fucking face, a white face with a blue rag over his face. The fucking gun. Give me your money. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, fuck. I just walked into the living room. This instinct just told me, just fucking walk out. Like, because I knew that they set me up. Had it been just a complete stranger that I didn't know, I might have gave my shit up. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I wasn't giving my shit up, because I felt the situation. I called the bluff. I'm like, this dude is not going to shoot me. So I walk out the back door on that balcony. I'm looking down at these motherfuckers. He steps out, and he puts the gun to my head, says, give me your fucking money. Oh, the video cut off. But he said, give me your fucking money. And I got down on my knees, and I'm looking at these fuckers down there like, I know you set me up. And he like cocked it and fucking put it to my head again. Said, give me your fucking money, Ponce, and said my name. And I just went, ah! I think I did that the first time too. I did it twice, and he's like, this motherfucker ain't gonna give me no money. So he went back in the house panicking, because he didn't know what to do. He probably went in there to look for weed or whatever. He didn't find none, or I didn't have none, because I wasn't missing nothing. I don't know. So when he went back in the house, I ran down the stairs, went to the car. They were like, get in. I was like, fuck no. I said, get the fuck out. Hell no, that dude's got a gun. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Get the fuck out. He ain't gonna do shit. Get out. And that's how I knew for sure that they set me up. They were laughing and shit, like, so they left. And then I ran over to the house, my buddy's house. His uncle's a Marine. I'm like, hey, this motherfucker's at my house with a gun. Come with me. He's like, I ain't going over there. I'm like, fucking, you're a fucking Marine. Oh, fuck you then. I went back by myself. Dude was gone. Nothing was missing, and that was that, you know. After that, they just started kicking my door in while I was at work. Like, once a week for, like, a month or two. Like, I was coming home to my door. And one time, and then Justin worked with me, too. And Justin, he showed a little courage. He'd come in the house with me after work when the doors kicked in. But, like, why would someone be in there anyway? You know what I mean? Like, but, man, you know, it was starting to fuck with me. Like, at one point, I didn't do meth and stuff very often, you know, never did. There was like one point in my life where I was heavy on meth, and that was right before I went to jail when my mom died. I was deep for about 3 or 4 months, just heavy, I was at it, you know what I mean? And that's when I quit everything cold turkey. I was like, dude, I can't do this. I was losing my mind, you know, like losing my mind, like bad, you know, like just too much stress, man. Fucking almost blowing my own head off, all kinds of shit. Just, you know, the stress that I deal with now sober, but add fucking not sleeping for like months at a time, basically. Yeah, it got to be too much, you know. But anyway, so one night I was up for a few days. I was like, man, I can't go to sleep here because I'm gonna sleep too heavy. I don't feel comfortable. So I called my foster mom in the morning side. I explained to her the situation. I didn't lie. I was like, can I come sleep on your couch for the night? It's not right over here, you know, like, She's like, yeah, all right. So I went over there, but before I went there, I was going to stop and get some gum at the gas station, kitty corner from McDonald's on Morningside Avenue, which is like right half a block from her house. And I walk in, and I start approaching the counter, and the dude at the counter is doing this. Like he knows me or something, and I'm like, he's like, you don't remember me? And then it kind of clicked. I'm like, because the whole reason I'm over here anyways because of that shit, you know, like all that shit. And I'm like, and it kind of clicked. I was like, that's the dude that was in my closet. It didn't look like him though, but I was like, maybe it's him. I said, no, I don't know who you are. I pretended I didn't have any clue because I was going to get him, you know. He spilled the beans, said, oh, no, I was the one in your closet. What's his name put me up to it, man. Started showing me pictures of his kids and all this. I'm like, fuck. I was like, let me get some money. So he gave me some money, and I was like, all right, we're cool. Yeah, thanks for telling me he put you up to it. Like I didn't already know, you know what I mean? And then it was just weird as hell, you know? And he knew my foster brother, too, so maybe that has something to do with it. You know, I'm sure he knew my foster brother. But the thing about it is, years later, I met this dude who actually was Nick's friend, this is the dude who shot at me and black dude that used to stay downstairs, me and his buddies that I didn't even know from Milwaukee that went with me. They insisted they go with me to go to get my chains back that got snatched by Vince's little brother and the rapper dude little brother. And they ran. I'm drunk as hell, like, you know. But anyway, so that dude that shot at us that day, that was a 380, and that was you know, whatever. But that dude, I seen him at the dog park in Sioux City like years later, and I'm like, this is the motherfucker that was in my closet, dude. Because I didn't know him very well. I heard his name, and I knew he was the one that shot at us. We were talking. He's like, yeah, I got my life straightened out and all this. Like, this is the dude that shot at us before. We're having a conversation, like, you know, and I'm trying to feel him out and see what's what. And I didn't mention the in my closet or nothing like that, but I swear it was him, dude. Now, why the other guy would take blame for it, I have no fucking idea. That's weird shit, but I swear he was the one. He was the one. I swear he was the one. Like, why would somebody else take the blame? I have no idea, man. That's some weird shit. But, yeah, it's just some weird shit.